All right. So most people are in Hollywood in the music industry because their family members are in it and they brought their children into it and they controlled their children. Michael Jackson is a perfect example of that. That was a public thing where his father was extremely demanding of him in the business, and but there's others like Katy Perry, who, like, she claimed herself that she was a Christian music artist at the age of 15, and she wasn't getting anywhere. She said she wasn't making any money, so she sold her soul to the devil, is what she said.
Yeah.
But what people don't understand is you can't sell your soul to the devil.
No, God owns it.
Yes, but what you can do is do damning acts on purpose to put yourself into a contract with him, right? And that contract is, okay, you do these horrible fucking things, and then I'll give you all the riches you want, right? And you promote my message through everything you create is my message, right? And I won't destroy you, right? Pretty much, because as long as Satan has the blackmail over you, right, which is either killing and consuming or raping and and then those people become even lesser in the industry. But I'm saying, like, yeah, they consume humans, right? And that's the thing. That's the damning thing that these people do to sell their souls, so to speak, right? Like Katy Perry.
Consume
it's
only one sin can be.
Like, think about it this way: if you're a devil, if you're the most evil thing ever created, and you hate humanity, you hate the souls of the humans, you hate everything about it, right? You just hate infinitely because you're immortal. Then what you're gonna want to do is not just destroy the light, but consume it. You see, not just destroy the human's life, right? But to consume the human's life. And that they do that through this, right? Taking the third eye out, just like in Katy Perry's music video, and consuming it. Because when, like it says in the Bible, if your one eye be filled with light, then your whole body is light. And they do this to innocent people.
Okay.
Small people.
Yeah.
And because of their innocence, their eye is filled with light. And they gain great power, great life out of it. Like, when you think about it, like, if you're a vampire, if you're a vampire, are you gonna go after the 6-year-old, or are you gonna go after the 70-year-old? You know what I'm saying? There's the way that it works is there's the amount of life that is in the individual from day one is immense, and then it just gets smaller and smaller as you age, right? So the younger the better for these things. So yeah, I think that's how it works completely. That what was that dude that died recently? Tyler Perry? Is that his name? No.
Oh, Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry. Yeah. Okay. So that guy on Friends, he said that he prayed to God to make him famous for everything else.
Right.
And it's like, and what show he was like, behind the scenes of that show, what they were doing and stuff. Like, you heard the stories, right? So
They all said hail Satan.
Yeah.
Scenes.
Exactly. So, you know what I mean? That's the God that listened. And it's the same for all those people that weren't born into the business. If they got in, that's how they got in, right? And like when I think about it, because you know that Marilyn Manson was teaching people to do that, right? And then he got caught. So when he says, like, you know, the lady asks him, like, so you didn't kill anybody? He's like, no, I didn't kill anybody. And he's like, but you told them to kill him. He's like, I didn't tell anybody to kill anybody. You know, if you're around me, you know what to do. If you don't know what to do, then you wouldn't be around me. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So when you think about that in the context of, okay, he's possessed by a demon, and maybe even Satan himself, when you look at the old videos, but he's saying, like, the only way that you're in my life, you're in my vicinity, you're hearing my words, is if Satan himself or one of his workers has personally showed up in your life and has told you to come over to where I am. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how it works. There is no verbal, okay, you gotta go to that guy's house and kill him and bring me back his head. It doesn't work like that.
No.
The spirits do all the talking between all individuals, and that's how it works.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why he says, if you don't know what to do, then you shouldn't be here. Right? You wouldn't be around. And that's how it works. Because it's exactly like as if you were on the light side, right? Then everything good that you do builds your virtue. And your virtue could then be spread out through all the individuals around you, and it's all allocated correctly through God, right? Everything is planned out through God. You do good things happen, right? You stay on the right path, you will have a great life, right? But nobody does that because it's almost impossible in this day and age, right? Everything is made so that you do sin, so that you do the worst things, right? So when you think about it, it's like, yeah, the dark side does the exact same shit. They operate without speaking. All things that are evil, like that evil, is all done without speaking about it, right? They hint at it through their music. They hint at it when they get arrested and have to do interviews like, Manson.
Well,
Or
it
Charlie Manson.
makes me think of these people, celebrities and stuff, whatever. Somewhere in the Bible it says the only sin that's not forgiven is the blasphemy of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, but it also...
You're not forgiven for that.
Yeah, I know, but can you be forgiven for other things too? Like it says, you can't worship God and mammon at the same time. Right? And mammon is cash, right? Like in the music business, it says cream, cash rules everything around you. Cream gets money, dollar bill, y'all. Right? That's what that means. Cash is another name for Satan. It is.
Yeah.
In God we trust, on the dollar bill with the one eye on the pyramid.
Oh, yeah,
That God is Satan. A lot, like literally, like so many times in the Bible, the same Bible that everybody fucking reads, when it says God, it means Satan. Right? If you really go back and look at translations of other Bibles and other Bibles, and it's like so many times that it's actually saying Satan.
I just heard a guy told me this Bible, I was watching for like 5 minutes, and he named off, he took the verse out of the Bible when Jesus was born, Mary. All these Bibles, including this one, I'm sure, they come out and say, throw them all out. Because it says, mother. Perfectly refers to Joseph. Joseph is the father of Jesus. No, not. Of course he's not. Right? But this one, and it's very subtle. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. It says that if this is in here, I can study it and find more.
Yeah.
So, but he was still saying about King James is the Bible. But,
Well, they're all, as close as I can be to truth. I'm just saying, like think about it in this way: if I truly am the other, then my father isn't you; it's Satan. Right? Just like when before I was born, you had the vision. Satan told you that I'd be born on your birthday, not on Christ's birthday.
Well,
right?
Kind of remember.
Yeah. Well, think about it this way: Christ's birthday is literally your birthday.
According to the Orthodox people, yeah, that's true.
Even in the Quran, okay, the date that Jesus was baptized was our birthday, January 6th. Okay.
Oh, and
if you start at 0, right? At January 1st, you go 6 days from the beginning of the year forward to the right. It's our birthday. It's the birth of Christ, right? And if you go negative backwards 6 days to the left from January 1st, like the New Year, it's Satan's birthday. It's you know what I mean? I was supposed to be born on Satan's birthday, but instead I was born on your birthday as a gift to you. My middle name is the gift of Isis, right? Like it all makes sense, right?
It does all make sense. Yeah.
Not just that I was supposed to be born on Satan's birthday, but I wasn't. I was born on God's birthday. It's like it's still like I'm born with my left arm wrapped around my fucking neck. 11 days, 12 days late, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, our birthday was called for the longest time when I was growing up. It was called Little Christmas. Then it changed.
Yeah, the 12th day of Christmas.
It changed to Epiphany. No, I'm just talking about January 6th. It was in religions like Orthodox, Russian Orthodox, Greek Orthodox religions. Christmas is on January 6th. Yeah. And to me, if you're going to talk religions, these guys make a lot more sense than Catholic. Orthodox. I mean, yeah, there's still rituals and stuff or whatever, but they seem to have it together a lot more as far as, actually coming across the right things. I mean, did you see what the Pope just did? Not that long ago?
I try not to watch.
Within a week? No, they told the priest to bless homosexual unions, right? Not to marry them or whatever, but to bless them. And I thought to myself, what? And everybody was in uproar about it. Everybody was. What's wrong with this guy? It's going against everything in the Bible that he's saying.
Well, because the whole that proves it. Like, well, not just this. Like, this is another freaking notch on the totem pole. Okay, like it's Catholicism itself is built up to make you worship Satan unknowingly, right? Everything about it, and if that exists, right? The fact that Catholicism exists proves that Satan exists, because it's the polar opposite of all the other religions. But it's in your face as if it's the real one, right? And even though Jesus existed and was a real person, was God himself in the flesh, right? Like, all these books are built after that. We're all made after it. You think Jesus was like, ordered people to like put all these books together and line them up in this order, make sure there's 66, and I want all these people to wear red shoes, and I want them to do all these rituals, and I want them to say the same thing over and over again every week on Sunday. Like, no, he didn't say none of that. In fact, he probably said the exact opposite of every single thing that they do.
Yeah, well,
He's not the victor of Christ. Like, when you think about it, the Pope is supposed to be the universal representative of Christ on earth at all times. Yeah. So whoever is the Pope, according to their fucking stupid country there. Like, it's just bullshit. All of it's bullshit. So anything that comes out of that guy's mouth, if you believe it, then you're fucked. You're damned. There's no way around it, because like, it's so in your face, and it's so like, you know, this is not the right thing to do, not the right thing to even listen to, then you know what I mean? Like, God's not gonna forgive you for that. He's gonna be like, how stupid were you to listen to these people?
What I don't like a lot of it too is the secrecy that goes along with it. Because this is known now that the whole length of Vatican City underground are freaking books and papyrus and all kinds of stuff. So the whole freaking underneath, and nobody can. It's totally, that's up to like, if you're underground or whatever, they can look at these articles. The public, it goes on for freaking the whole thing of Vatican City.
Yeah, it's just, you know,
Like top to bottom, there's really the floor of freaking books.
yeah, like, it doesn't make sense that, you know, if you're
They're hiding something.
if you're hiding something, then, you know, if you're being covetousness, right? Like, covet, whatever that word is. You know what I mean? If you're being like a snake, curled up, hiding information from everybody else, then you're doing the exact opposite of what he said. So then your whole establishment is a lie, right? It has to be, because only the truth of all things would be the actual true path that Jesus would want you to walk.
Yeah.
If it were to be built into a religion, which I don't think any of them are, they're you know, they're all just religions.
Yeah.
They take the original story, the original history of what happened, of the interaction between God and us, humanity, and turn it into something like ridiculous that you have to pay into, and you have to do all these different things, and you have to listen to certain people. And that's the key thing. When they tell you to listen to certain leaders, like religious leaders, there shouldn't be religious leaders. If you're following God, then you should be following Jesus and God. That's it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not nothing else, because everything else is earthly. You built a building out of bricks. It's not God's house. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what anybody says anymore about this situation, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm smarter than anybody else I've ever met. You know, and I'm not talking about mathematics.
Right. Come on, wisdom.
Yeah, and everybody seems to be going the same path. And if the path is narrow, we're going the wrong way. You know, and I just don't care anymore about other people's opinions on the situation, because they all think that they're right, but they're not. And I know they're not, because you can just think about it for 2 minutes, anything that anybody says.
Yeah.
And just think about, if you were God, if you knew the truth about everything, right, then you would know when a person's lying, when a person is bullshitting, whatever, right? And that's what I do all the time now. And it's like, you know, I don't want to argue with anybody anymore.
Right.
I just don't want to listen to them. You know, it's ridiculous. And, you know, and for them to have these like 3 main religions, and to say that you have to choose one of these 3 or different variations of them, or you're going to hell, like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you understand all information that's been written about God and Jesus and everything, and then filter it out yourself? You could come to your own conclusions on what the truth is. You're a smart person. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like,
What's the third one? Okay, so you got Christianity, you got Islam. What's the third one? Yeah, but as far as numbers go,
well,
They don't.
And number is Hindu.
Yeah, Hindu
is.
Hindu
I
is
mean,
what
because they have the biggest population.
Judaism is. Judaism right now is being
But
attacked.
I'm talking about real religion to actually talk about the one God, right? Like there's only three of them,
Oh yeah.
right? Like Hinduism is just worshipping the fallen angels. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
Very colorful too, I must say.
They are. I mean, like I saw the one.